we need to take a minute to talk about Marvel Snap's development roadmap. The development roadmap has been available for over a week now, and I've taken quite a lot of time to stop and think about it before publishing my thoughts. But now that I've really spent some time to digest all of the information, I've got to admit there are some things I'm just not that happy about. There are things to be excited about and things to be very concerned about in this roadmap, and stick around to the end of the video to see what I think is Marvel Snap's biggest flaw and something that Second Dinner needs to fix as soon as possible. Now, don't get me wrong. The first thing I want to say is I think it's great that they've released a development roadmap. Other games have taken sometimes months after release to even start to think about that kind of thing. Seeing that Marvel Snap are on the ball straight away, this is a really good thing. However, when you look at what's coming soon and what's coming not so soon, the problems start to develop. Obviously, there are going to be some things in the roadmap that we care more about and some things that we care less about. That is pretty normal. PC Early Access, for example, is something that I know a lot of people have been excited about for a long time, myself included. Though it looks like PC is not going to be the best way to record footage for content creators until a little bit later with the PC widescreen UI that's only in development. Looking through the roadmap more carefully gives me more reason to be concerned. Firstly, global mobile launch. That implies that the PC early access isn't going to be available to everyone on day one, which I thought was implied previously. Unless PC early access means PC access for everyone, at the moment that's unclear. Localization is great. Obviously, more people getting to play the game is a good thing. Welcome bundle, sure, they're going to be doing monetization things. The welcome bundle is in the store at the moment, and it is very good value. But again, it's Marvel Snap doing that mobile game thing where it wants people to spend money once, because once they've spent money once, they are more likely to spend money more. It's called breaking the seal or something. Reward delivery, not entirely sure what that means. Doesn't seem super important. Inbox system, okay, whatever. Variant rarity system, that's just a bad thing for the player. Like, let's just face it. It's their way of justifying selling variants for more money. At least they're being upfront and honest about it. In development unranked mode, this is something that people on the Reddit have been talking about a lot. Personally, I've never seen the appeal. The whole point of Marvel Snap is the snap mechanic and, you know, gambling essentially for cubes. I don't really see the appeal in playing in unranked mode. However, battle mode versus friends looks awesome, where both players have 10 HP and snapping instead doubles the amount of damage you deal to your opponent, and you keep playing until one player loses. That's very cool, and community tournaments are going to be awesome. I can't wait to host my own. Collector tokens is obviously the biggest thing that players are going to be most excited about. The ability to actually choose which card you unlock. The problem is, we have no idea when that's coming. PC widescreen UI, again, that would be fantastic. We don't know when that's coming. And titles, what does that mean? Is that just like an extra microtransaction thing, an extra thing that they can put in crates? Guardian, Falcone, Big Snapper, Falcone. Let's move on. New competitive modes are the second biggest thing that I'm most excited for. Something like Hearthstone's Arena mode could really open up Marvel Snap, multiplying the amount of value that players can get for their time investment. When I first started with Hearthstone, I only played Arena for the first 4 months exclusively. Some sort of draft mode or something different to keep players engaged and get players to engage with their collection in a different way could be huge. Guilds and social systems, personally not interested in that. That just looks like mobile drivel. In-game events, if done right, could be awesome. The Hydra versus Shield event wasn't exciting in any way whatsoever, and the only other event I can think of is Nexus events, so wait and see about that one. And then we reach the key part of the video, Infinity Rank Leaderboard. This is in concept, but this has to come soon. Marvel Snap's biggest flaw right now is once a player gets to Infinity, they have nothing to do. Yeah, they can just sit and grind cubes all day, but it doesn't mean anything. Half of the time they're playing against bots anyway. The other half of the time, it just doesn't matter. Once a player's hit Infinite, they've got the rewards, they've got nothing to prove anymore. In order for streaming and content creation to be big with Marvel Snap, their Infinity rank has to be clear. It has to be on screen, and it has to be a way to funnel viewers in to the more competitive players. This is the only way that any sort of competitive scene can form around the game. It has to be clear, transparent, and front and center. Competitive players only get drawn to a game for a number of reasons. One is prize money. Obviously, seeing Marvel Snap get a thriving esports scene would be fantastic, but I think we're in too early days to talk about that just yet. But the other is a leaderboard system, a way for a player to prove that they are one of the best in the world. The problem with the Shield vs Hydra event is all it really proved is how many hours players grinded for. It wasn't really a display of skill, but being able to turn around and say, yeah, I am currently one of the top 10 ranked Marvel Snap players in the world would be great. And if there's no leaderboard, there's no way to do that right now. Infinity rank leaderboard has to come soon. Otherwise, the game will launch, it'll be exciting at first, players will grind their way to Infinity, and then they'll realize, oh, now what?